took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Okay, just like that.
6-6, pull it high.
Check. Check. Kill.
Get.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge. We think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch one. Step.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Good job.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Get ready. Exit. Pilot. 64. Weak.
Check. Check out route.
Five.
off the play fake. Reeves. And he's got his man on the out route. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Here we go.
5.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Got you, boy.
Christian Travis.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On the set.
Hey, Mike.
80 weapons.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the fly.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
30 base.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Reeves. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Reeves. It's brought in by Bolden. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
Protein spill.
Watch what? Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Quick that.
Hey, Zoo.
So Mike's number one.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Hey, wahoo. Big River.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Back to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Bilal Nichols gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Lucky.
Bear.
Check. Fresno.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Colts nothing.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Charlie. Hard. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Reeves. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
X3, 218, chop it. We got 3. Check 37, check now.
Here's Jacobs.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Reeves. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check. Crunch. 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 He's checked.
Blue draw Corkers.
Crunch. Crunch.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joejuan Williams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, rock it. Rock it. Ready?
On first down, Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Mack looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
So Mike number one. I'm here all day. Mike 1. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Here we go. Here we go. When's the mic?
Looking to throw. Reeves. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now back to throw. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
X3, 218, go.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, echo. Go. Motion.
Back to throw. Reeves escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
46-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
5. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Open man, here's Foster. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Set 90 Wolf. Shot 6-6. Bullet high. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw on 2nd down. Reeves. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
We got this.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Looking to throw. Reeves. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They'll run with Mack, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Falcons 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 36.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, switch.
Hey, stand up. Snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for Indy. And even 70 yards on the pickup. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now it's Hines. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 4. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check, hey, lock it. Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Two times.
Here's Mack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
Makes it third and inches.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Stand up there. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill. Rush in.
6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Here's Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Reeves. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Pick your game up. Jim.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Reeves. That's complete to Bolden. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
132 fighter.
They'll go again here with Mack. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Terry. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got Rodgers. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field. And I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
61, matchbox lights.
That's 36.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Get smooth. I got 15.
Watch the pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run on first down. Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.